Hi, welcome to the next part of the Mental Models to Crush 2023 series. This is part 4, and it's called the Void Deck. And really, we've been going on a journey the last few days. We were going through the different thinking models so that you can plan 2023, you know how to allocate resources, you know how to prioritize, you know how to create a strategy so that you can differentiate yourself from the competition, and that you can just have an edge, have a competitive edge. And this particular framework that I'm going to teach you is a really interesting one. And it's something that will help you create products or know how to modify your products. Give it a sec. So that you actually have so that you have products that will start doing well. You will have products that the principles I'm about to teach you will transition your products from being mediocre to utterly spectacular. And I'm going to have fun doing it because this is a slightly unconventional session. So really, again, we know the drill. We go here and we go here. And what I'm going to give you is mental model number 4. And it's called the Void Deck. And this is actually based on an unconventional source. It is based on creation mythology. I focus on the one from the Bible, but a lot of creation mythologies have elements of this. And the reason why I'm using creation mythology is because of, so this is meant to be first. So first, it's a principle. If you're in university and you're doing any form of theological studies, it's called the principle of first mention. And the principle of first mention, it basically means that if something is stated for the first time, it usually is of utmost importance, and it's usually the foundation piece where you build all the other, both narrative strategies, truths. And what's really interesting about this was in the book of Genesis, right from the beginning, really the description of the earth back then were three, what I thought were very three interesting words. And the words were formless, void, and darkness. So formless, void, and darkness. And the translation of it is interesting. So formless, so I'm just referring to my notes since so I don't want to be inaccurate. Formless actually means, and if you actually look at the original Hebrew of the meaning of the words, it takes on a very interesting nuance. So formless, and bear with me because this leads into probably one of the most powerful product creation strategies that I can teach you. So formless is actually the word meaningless, like it also means meaningless. So without form also means without meaning. That means you leave a meaningless existence. It's really the almost like the foundations of depression. And you have void. So void, the meaning is emptiness. That means there is no purpose, there is no infilling, there's just a void. I mean, we all know, like, you know, she left a void in my life. So when someone leaves you, there is a void, there is the emptiness, there is the loss. and darkness, and in this means obscurity. That means you can't see anything, you don't know what the right direction is, etc. And so basically, why I mentioned the first mentioned principle is because when we look at formlessness, void, and darkness, we're looking at the fundamental of human existence. We're looking at the earth before creation, before an intervention. So this is the original state that mankind want to escape from. And because of this, what happens is when you transition people over to a state that is not formless, a state that escapes void, a state that escapes darkness, then what you're doing is you're creating a very compelling proposition for someone to buy from you, because these are the original states that they want to leave. So in place of formlessness, which is meaninglessness, if you give meaning, you give purpose, suddenly things start making sense. And in the midst of emptiness, if you give structure, a series of systems, tools, frameworks, people will start becoming very attracted to your product. And instead of darkness, you provide direction or clarity. And so why I call it the void deck is because, you know, it's the very foundation of really how you create anything and how you position. I mean, if you're a copywriter, you're an offer owner, you're any of the above, even if you're a service provider, a business owner, what you need to do is really to go from formless to meaning, void, and really what that translates to on a practical level is that it just means that your product, your service needs to have some form of meaning. What kind of meaning can you provide for your customer? And that's why in terms of meaning, you know, like for us, for instance, for WYODC, that's why we have WYODC in the first place, because it's a movement. So we position it as a movement. So we actually position WYODC as a movement. That's why we say write your own then check. We say WYODC. We say we chant those words so that it creates meaning. And then structure. Structure is obviously the systems. What can you systemize in your business for your customer? The more turnkey, the better. That's why turnkey business solutions are always the best solutions, because the more systematic, the more franchise you can do something, the better it will be. And darkness to clarity. What you want to do is you want to be a guide. You want to give perspective. You want to give revelation. That's why I do videos like this, so I can give revelation. And this becomes the foundation of my marketing calendar. This becomes the foundation of my products. All my products will incorporate all these three elements. And that's why we make the money we make, because we tackle the very fundamental of human nature and what they want to escape from. And so when you transition them over, when you offer them a means of escape, then what you have is breakthrough. And what you have is really, even for you, escaping from your perhaps your cash-strapped existence. Do this for people, do this for your business, do it for your companies, and you will start seeing tremendous, amazing results. And that leads me to an invitation for you. And that is, I'm providing you all three of this in my latest year planning software, not software, it's a product called Inevitably Incredible. It's really our productivity planning tool that we use within WYODC, developed by me and my wife and business partner, Laura. And we're relaunching the program for just this week, just because we launched it during the holidays and not many people seen it. And so we're giving people the opportunity because it's an incredible program. Starts from $41. And if you are interested in these kinds of frameworks, these ways of thinking, then I urge you to make the investment today. Again, the offer lasts as long as these videos, the length of the 5 series, and then 1 to 2 days later, we're pulling it down. So that's it from me. This is Ken of You signing off, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.